Hi, this is Tamara with It's Not That Hard to Homeschool, and I'm really excited to be reviewing Right from the Heart. This is a one-stop shop for all middle and high school grammar, creative writing, composition, poetry, and literature courses, including AP. Let's scroll on down and take a peek at their annual classes first. These annual classes are interactive throughout the week for a full 30 weeks to give you a complete school year. This includes peer interactions, and I'm going to scroll through. Oh, I definitely want to point out they have course placement, and they have a variety of ways that you can get some course placement, which include just either filling out a survey or sending in a sample of your students' writing so that they can actually evaluate that and let you know where they'd be best placed. So please check this out if you need to get their courses placed. But let's check out the courses first. So there's a variety here of these annual classes, and these, again, are 30 weeks throughout the school year. Each of these classes is asynchronous, it's interactive. This includes peer review as well as coach interaction and coach review. The deadlines are daily or every few days. They're clearly outlined. The coach is also available and interacting on a daily basis as well. The papers go through a writing process before being submitted. This writing process includes at least 2 drafts as well as feedback from 2 peers and the coach before being submitted for a grade. And the grade is also based on a rubric, and that rubric is given to the student in advance so they know what is expected of them. Again, the classes are 30 weeks long. They go from 6th to 12th grade and include honors as well as AP for the upper high school grades. Let's go back to home and check out their coaching option. This place has a coaching option, which I think is fabulous. I'm going to just lead you here really quick before we look at the workshops. This one-on-one customized coaching is for all your writing needs, everything you could possibly think of. This includes college admission, scholarship essays, testing prep, and single subject-specific middle school, high school, and college level papers. And you did hear me right, college level papers. If your college student is needing some help on their college level papers, you can contact Right from the Heart, and they will have your back and get those kids coached so that they do well on that higher level writing. Okay, I really want to focus on the workshops. They have some incredible workshops. So they not only offer that 30 weeks and then the coaching whenever you need it. So they've got the full year class and the coaching, but in the middle here we have workshops. Now, these workshops are really unique. This is a great option that they offer. Their workshops are 4 weeks long, and they're on a specific special topic. These include a written lesson and activities. These are self-paced throughout the week, with everything being due on Friday at midnight Eastern. So you can customize this into your homeschool routine or use these to beef up certain things your students need if they're in a private or public school program. Okay. Then the coach is going to give a detailed response to each and every activity over the weekend so the students have that in hand when they begin their work for the following week. Students are often helped after class if an assignment needs to be polished a little bit more. It's definitely interactive. And these are the classes that can be taken a la carte to create your own English credit. Let's scroll through a few here so you can see what their options are. I'd really like to highlight this introduction to academic essays. This is intended for students who would like to improve their expository writing skills, particularly in writing a strong thesis and organizing a well-developed nonfiction essay. Now, they do offer creative writing and fiction options, but this is for the academic nonfiction essay. Students will get practice in their thesis writing, developing strong outlines, and creating full-length essays. Assignments, again, are due weekly on Friday at midnight Eastern Time. Now, there's also a variety of other workshops. Again, these are 4 weeks long in length. And I'd like to also highlight, oops, sorry about that. I'd like to highlight over here, let's see, there's one on voice basics. This is so unique to Write from the Heart, this idea of finding your own voice in your writing. This is excellent because this not only pertains to creative writing, but finding your voice is also one of those things that helps you stand out in your academic writing as well. Because in academic writing, it's so defined that it's kind of difficult to get your voice in there. And they really help you with that here. So creating your voice course focuses on the basics of finding your voice and making your writing come alive. Each week, you'll look at different techniques such as descriptive details, inner thoughts, and dialogue. This class can also be used as a prerequisite for all the other creative writing workshops. And again, assignments are due weekly on Friday at midnight Eastern time. These workshops allow you to build your own course for credit. So as I scroll through here again, so you can take another peek at these. These are customizable within the variety of course offerings here, plus they have several more in the works. The ones that are in the works right now include practical writing series and a journalism series. They also offer packages at a discounted price. Create your own English credit by either selecting 5 or 6 workshops, and it includes an evaluation. Here's your bundles. Includes an evaluation at the end of the year explaining the credit or the topics offered. That gives you something that you can print out or send via email to anyone else that needs to go over your coursework. So maybe that would be a supervising teacher, say you're a homeschooler, or you need this to show someone where you're wanting to take a class that's a higher level to prove that you've done something in the past, or you need to add this to your transcript or a scholarship application. They'll provide you that evaluation at the end of the year. The total cost for the 5-class package is $600, and the 6-class package is $700. Very much worth your money and your time. I'd like to point out they have this How Do Our Classes Work page. This is really informative because it actually gives you a little preview, a video preview of how the workshops actually work. So I highly recommend you check this out. This is going to give you even more details on what it looks like on the student website and how that functions. Also gives you some more information about how the workshops are formatted and how the students are graded. I love the details in the grading and the details in what the evaluators and the teachers offer to the students. I had the opportunity to look through some real evaluations that were given to real students, and these were so encouraging and yet challenging at the same time. There was an excellent balance between giving the student the pros, like what they've done well, what they were good at, what they're succeeding at, and what they're ready to move on to work on better, what they're challenged to do better the next time. And it's all within a very positive and encouraging atmosphere. Now, also, they have this frequently asked questions. I highly encourage you to check out the frequently asked questions because for me, the frequently asked questions gives me a really good idea of how things are organized and how open they are about what they do. And Right from the Heart is extremely organized and very open about what they're doing. So you can see a lot of different questions that are answered here. And all you have to do is click on it and you can see exactly what they have. But they have the class placement test, they have evaluations, they have other ways to help you know where to put your kids. How involved should the parents be? They're very, very honest and upfront about how this works. One of the things I really enjoy is that they answer the question about faith-based right up front. So for those of us that are faith-based, and for those of us that aren't, this is an important question because even if you are faith-based, sometimes you might be concerned about, well, then what's the faith background of what's being presented? Well, that's all avoided here because what they're working on is developing your students' writing skills. So whatever they want to write on, when they're given the options, they may do that. And what your teachers are going to do is really encourage them to find their own voice, but also back up what they're saying, to know the difference between a fact and an opinion. So whatever their faith, politics, or worldview, that can be incorporated within your writing if it's appropriate. And if not, then they'll be encouraged to make sure that they're writing what's appropriate to the topic. So just wanted to point that out because I know for a lot of homeschoolers, that's really important. So the frequently asked questions is a great place to get a lot of your information. Okay, they also have some print materials, and I want to point out this one course book here. The print materials are for safe, self-paced work, and this book here, if you're just wanting to get a start and seeing what they have to offer, this is a really great resource. And they have this as a digital format or printed. This is a resource guide to engage the writers, and if you purchase this, this is used in their writing classes, but what's unique about the way they use this is they're not using the activities in this book in their writing classes. So if you own this book and you're using it in your own school or in your own coaching with your students, they're not going to be repeating the activities from this book in the classroom setting. So the techniques and what's being taught will be used and applied practically within the classroom setting, but the activities will be completely different. So your student will have a new challenge in front of them rather than the same old thing that maybe you went over at home. Also, this is the book that they're going to be using in the classes, and it's this one book. The only other books you need to purchase are the actual literature books if you're going to be reading literature in a literature class. So that's also good to know because it's kind of frustrating when you sign up for something and then you get this book list that is really comprehensive and might be like an extra $300, right? So they're very upfront about what the actual cost will be for taking these classes, and the costs are extremely reasonable. So let's go back home. I want to point out, in case you haven't seen it already, the place where you can sign up to get more information is right here. And I encourage you to go ahead and sign up, check out their website, because this curriculum is an excellent option for families who want a full or an a la carte language arts curriculum with an outsourcing option and coaching. They truly have it all here, right from the heart. They offer everything you need for a comprehensive and practical literature, grammar, and writing program. Their selection of workshop options is like none other, and their personal coaching is a huge plus. Please go ahead and check out Right from the Heart. This is an excellent program.